morning. I'm myself and the wonderful, the amazing, the most wise man in Ireland and further on, Mr. Lee Tennyware. And we have been back. We've had a couple of weeks off because Lee has been holidaying it up with family and all these things. And yes, welcome back to this week's, of course, Extreme Business Set Mind series. And Lee, the subject I have today, yes, is a little controversial in how you got your businesses to where they were, and how I believe running a business is. Two very different places, but very much the same also. So, before I edge into our title this week, my father said to me once, he said, "Son, you busy?" And I said to him, categorically, look right him in the face, and I said, "Hell no, Dad, I run my own business." And here we are this week, which is, do you really have to work 80 hours a week at this day and age? I'm not going back. At this day and age, with the availability of technology and everything that comes with it, to build and have in place a successful business. Now, I've just shared, before I shared the title, my view on that. You know, I have done 80, 100 hours a week consistently, and I had burnout and kept going. I've done all those things. Now I work 3 days a week, 3.5 at the most. I always have a 3 to 4 day weekend digitally free. Does that mean I'm being, ruthless to my business? No, I trust my 3.5 days. Now I might work 14 hours days on my 3 days or 16 hours, but I put in heavy to have off because I believe that, you shouldn't have to work that length of time. We grew up with this nostalgic belief that everybody has to work 5 days a week, 7 days a week. I watched my father do it in the building industry all his life. What's your thoughts, Lee?
It's a good one because I suppose it depends in the tangible world, let's say the building world, depending not unless you specialise, I'd say you have to work that 5 day week.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's a real world, say, as in outcome, as in it's a tangible thing you're building. Cement needs to set, and there's so much, so everything has got its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you strip a roof off, put a new roof on. Let's say it don't matter how quick you are, it's still got to be done in a certain way, and it's going to take time. So yes, you can get your process down, and you might be able to work smarter and faster, but you're still caught in the real world economy of time, where in business nowadays, I think there's a lot of tools out there that will enable you to speed things up and probably to gain that extra couple of days. Because I'd be a bit like you. Friday comes now. There's a team meeting I do on a Friday, and I have one client meeting. But I'm normally finished by sort of about 1:45. Finished as in my role as a working person, let's say. Yeah. Then I'll do stuff with the kids, or I'll go out with Roz, or I might go up on the farm fencing and different things like that. Still, it's work, but I don't have to do that work. Like we were fencing yesterday, all day, dropping branches, doing this, doing that, and it was hard. I mean, I got scratches on my hands, different things like that, but I didn't have to do that work.
Yeah.
But I enjoy that work. All the kids were there. I enjoyed teaching the kids. It's not as in how the fence, but they get a sense of pride from what we've done. And like we got, as you know, Paul, we've got a big estate, and there's a lot of work that needs doing on it. But for that legacy wealth or that legacy autonomy that you're installing in the younger generation, as in my family, they need the experience of the work. They need the experience of that hard grit in a group environment. Yeah, so they can know if and when life doesn't go the way they want it, that they've got that sense of when things are hard, Dad will listen, Tom will listen, Mum will listen, whatever, and otherwise they feel alone. So when you bring that into a business bit, I think it comes down to why you're in business. And it took me a lot of years to realise this, as in the estate I own wasn't one of my goals. It wasn't that, I must have this, I need this is where I want to be in my life. It was more out of trying to solve a problem for someone else that was close to me.
Yeah.
That I ended up, and if I knew what I knew now, I would have solved the problem in a different way. Yeah. But I didn't know what I know now then. And I was in the hard work and success, like as in hard work for success, where I think you can get a lot of success if you let go of that hard work bit.
Yeah.
If
That's
anything,
huge. Because hard work can be a habit. It's an addiction.
Oh, hard work can be, it can be failure. Hard work, I mean, the economy of it is, well, the more I put in, the more I'm going to get out.
Yeah.
But how much are you going to give of you or your family, of your life? I mean, is life work? And if it is, you have to work because you got to pay the bills. Yeah, that's surviving. So that's really the hunter-gatherer mode, just in a different ecosystem. We don't go out hunting deer now. We go out hunting clients so we can put the food on the table. But you're in the hunter-gatherer mode, whether you're going to a supermarket, whether you're going out on the wind with your bow and arrow. Success is a different animal, I think. Success can mean anything or different things to anybody. But when you're in the ecosystem of success, when you understand it, and I feel or know I understand it, then there's probably so many levels beyond where I am that you can have success without the work. You can have the success with a good communication framework and literally just a good ecosystem and going, well, John, can you do that? Can you do that? Can you do that? Brilliant. And you make it instantly. But that comes from a certain internal autonomy. And you put the wrong person in that little group, and if you've got one person it's going to take time. Why? It's going to be hard. Why? Because I think the general consensus is that hard work philosophy. And
do you think, Lee, do you think that your hard work was generated through people's attitude rather than how you thought, meaning that we end up working harder because of what are poor decisions made by people we put trust in, or poor trust in ourselves?
Well, probably a mixture of all. I think it's what we put value in. Or what we put value in is what takes value away. So it's like a paradox. So I have to do this for Paul, and so the more I judge I love Paul, I want Paul to be, I have to do this for Paul. I've got to make a sacrifice. As soon as I'm there, I've already lost. Wow. Where if we actually frame the question differently, this is what Paul wants, or this is what Paul needs, or will that serve Paul? So if you're talking it sort of like a friend or father, son, or mother, daughter, or whatever, mother, son, whichever combination, I think the initial empathy of the problem causes the problem. So if I need to do, so if I've got to pay the bills, I need to earn more money, I need to earn a living, right? And I might have 50,000 goals, but if I framed all my goals with, I need to earn a living. What does that mean? It means I put food on the table, just my language that prefixes it. So I think we have to be very aware, and it's not whether you go into the Joe Dispenza world or different things like that, where they go, thoughts are things. Thoughts are nothing. I was almost going to say the F word there. They're nothing, And you go, well, they are. No, they're not. Unless you're thinking the thought. If you're thinking in the consciousness, the algorithm of human consciousness that everybody agrees, then you're not thinking, because logically you're a separate individual. You're thinking within your education. I mean, and to me, it's the biggest fallacy in the world. Get a good education, get a good job. I mean, who wants a job? Why do you want a job? Well, to be successful. All right. So you can only be successful if you get the certificate to get the job. So you're against educationally. No, I'm not. I think you need to learn loads of stuff, but I don't think you need to learn it to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got no problem with learning. I've got no problem with who you learn from, whether it's an education system, a professor, or a builder down the road. I've got no problem if they can give you the data you want and they give you a system, or you have the system to compound that data to the next level, and then communicate. But if the end goal for education is a job, then where's the life? Where's the freedom? Where's the sovereignty? So nothing wrong with a good education for what reason? Now, I don't know anybody that's come out of school or college or university. I don't know anybody. I'm not saying they don't exist. I don't know anybody. Now, I know people that's got a really good education and gone on to the next level of what they will call success.
Mm-hmm.
And so take Olympic athletes. Yeah, they've got the grit. Yeah, they've got the resilience. They've got the commitment. They're doing everything. They've got the top end coaches. But once they get that gold, once they get success, yeah, that's the recognition that they're worthy. Now you might get the Reeboks or the Nike or whatever come and give them the success they want. And if you've got a good manager or a good agent, they're going to get you the good bucks. But then, once they're there, yeah, whether it's Olympic athletes, Hollywood movie stars, have they got the internal autonomy for success to last?
Yeah.
For success to be, so, I mean, will their children always be in the awe of their medal? Will they ever have a true connection, or will they always be the Olympic gold medal winner, even to their wife or their husband or their kids? Will they always be just seen for the recognition of success they had? Where that's only that recognition is really the realization of everybody else to know they are who they are.
Mm-hmm.
The medal should mean nothing to the person that gets it. Because if it means everything to the person that gets it, they've just made their whole ecosystem of life. Because when the further they get away from being able to get the next medal, then they're in the trauma and drama of their lack of success.
Wow, I see that.
But there's so many different layers to it, where when I know, if I go to a restaurant, I've got to choose and make a choice from what's on the menu. And so if I can't choose, if I can't design the menu, but how can a restaurant run if I'm going in every day and I'm going, well, here's my menu for today, this is what I'd like. So we have to make choices within the parameters of governance of what other people, systems and processes are, and communication to get success. When it's our success, like you said to your dad, I'm going to create my own business, not my own job, not I'm going to become self-employed. Self-employed means I'll create my own job. I'm going to create my own business. Why? So I can earn a living. All right. So you're not going to get success. You're just going to earn a living. Well, I'm going to earn a good living. Okay. Yeah. Better than John did when he, it's all, if we're in the ego of it, the success, then we haven't got success.
Yeah.
But so I suppose it's tangible and people can take something from it.
You know, Lee, you said something there that really resonated, which is, understanding the empathy of the problem that creates the problem. That is huge. And that culture, when you say, we work hard due to what is the lack of seeing our own success. So we keep repeating hard work every day.
Well, yeah, but I think also it's even worse than that. I think you just said it yourself there. It's the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then if the person hasn't got that piece in them, so there's natural leaders, yeah, there's people that are naturally successful, yeah, so that's brilliant for them. So the ones that have to be educated are natural leaders and natural. They're not going to get naturally be successful. They have to be taught some of the fundamentals of being successful. Anything that can be put into language, anything that can be put shown or drawn. This is how you do it. This is what it looks like. Okay, yeah. Now, why do they want the education? So they can take that insight and put it together in their own world to find their unique ingredient for it. Yeah. So it's a bit like Gordon Ramsay can teach other chefs.
Yeah.
But then you'll see Gordon Ramsay go, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You've done this, you've done this, you've done this, you've done. Can't you taste it? Can't you?" He can't pass the piece he has. He can recognize, oh, you've got it. You've got a good palate. You've got this. The way you put that together, you've got a good eye. It sounds like validation. It sounds like respect. It sounds like, oh, and then Gordon Ramsay says, "I'm a good chef." That might enable me to realize that I'm a good chef. And now I might be a better chef. But until I get past my own drama, BS belief systems that say I'm not.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest takeaway, and I don't know how to put it, I mean, to take something down where it's so simple it says everything. Yeah. And I mean, this is so simple it says everything. You've got to be in the heartbeat and breath you're in. Because if you're in the heartbeat and breath you're in, all of your yesterdays will never take away all of your tomorrows.
Oh, Lee, and that's where we're going to call it. That's absolutely beautiful. I love that. I love that end. Lee, thank you so much and sharing your wisdom again with us today. It's been wonderful. And here we are, Lee Tennyware. He's been sharing his extreme set mind beautifulness with us here today. No like, subscribe. You'll find Mr. Tennyware on LinkedIn and everywhere else. He's an amazing man. Lee, thank you, my friend. Catch you this time next week.
Thank you, my friend. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye now.
Cheers,
bye.
buddy. Bye-bye.